Well, hello there. Welcome to the second video of Peyote. I'm trying to do this. I'm zoomed in as much as I care to. I just feel that it might be too much if I go any closer. So I'm going to try to stay here, which is my center point. So the last, I did several rows, if you can tell. So the last we left off is you were making a zipper and you were having 2, 1, 2, 1. And when you were done doing that, you had to make sure that your colors for your pattern were facing the way they're supposed to, which is going to be down. Kind of show you here. So here's the top, here's the bottom, here's where I'm working. And we need all the blacks because we're doing a dentistry one. They have to be aligned here, all the way down. So when you get them 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1 into a zipper formation, as you'll see in the screenshot of this, or the, what do you call it? You know that picture when you first click into the video? That still photo? Yeah, that's it. So then what I do is I would tape it down as you saw, and I let it sit there and relax for whatever, 15, 20 minutes, hours, days, it doesn't matter. I take a break from it because it gets quite frustrating to get all that together. So when you're ready to pick it up again, and I use, there it is, I use this, and whenever I start working on it, I just use the very tip and I start finagling all those beads into place, and they snap in rather nicely. There's going to be 2 threads in there, so you'll have to just pop them. And you'll see, according to that still photo, that's what it should look like. I already cut off my stop bead. I do have a little bit of a tail right there, but I'm just going to go ahead and burn that, and it sizzles down. These things do burn, so don't leave too big of a tail and try to burn it, because then it's just going to go into a ball of black. And just, it turns ugly from there. So I started doing quite a bit. The other hint that I have is the row you're going to start, line them up on your mat right here. So right now, let me do this one since I'm working on, don't, again, ignore the left, right when you see the pattern. So I have 2 A's. 1 B, 3 D's. So this way you know you have the right amount of beads. I have just got done making a mistake and I had to take out some because I had one too many blacks. So that's why you always want to make sure everything's good. Take out this one. When I'm trying to make my tooth clear, not with the white pegs on it. 2 A's. And I'll explain the how you go about getting them inside of the pattern. 2 C's. And let me know if any of you are gonna be picking up this hobby. Go to Etsy and find a bunch of patterns, something with the little colors. 1 B. There might even be some free patterns out there. I'm not sure. All right, so we did. Come on, Tanya. I have to go backwards now because I just lost track. It gets so confusing because you have your other rows up and down on either side of what you're trying to do. And then you're like, how many of that one did I need? 2 C's, which are white. I don't see any 2's. Oh, there's 2 C's, okay. 1 B. 1 A. It will get confusing. Your eyes may go wiggity waggity. A. 1 B. 2 C's. The other thing to look out for is if you do patterns on, there you go again, 2 C's and 7 B's. On Etsy, some of the creators write them differently. It's been a minute since I've seen one, but that's thoroughly confusing of how they write it. Get the best one that I showed you. That's written out how many A's, B's, C's, and stuff you need. It's the only thing you need to look out for before you purchase it. What is this, a blue? I don't want blues. How many of these do we need? What row am I at? 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Good, I'm 1 shy. And this tool also helps to wrangle them in. All right. So what you didn't see, because I thought my video really sucked, is if you're at the beginning of the pattern, and from there on out, you'll always put your needle through the outies. You have outies and ins. I don't know if you're going to be able to see that. Probably not. I don't have anything to... Wasn't prepared for this. Let's see if I can show you against my phone here. So you have one that's indented, one that's sticking out, one that's indented, one that's sticking out. Innies and outies, for sake of argument. So you're only going to put your needle through the outies the whole entire pattern from start to finish. That's all you're going to do, because it's when you put your bead in, you're laying it against the inner. There you go, and it lines it up beautifully. If you have a long string, just make sure that you're not tangled around anything else. And this white mat does not help when I have white beads. But same for the dark. If you had a dark mat, then it would be hard to see the dark ones. So see if you can't get something that's neutral, like orange or yellow, which I don't think they sell them with this softness. If you just try any kind of pad, your needle's going to get stuck in there again, and it's going to be too fuzzy and everything else. These are perfect because they don't fray, they don't cause little fuzz balls or anything. It's so cool, and you can just wring them out in the sink. I'm surprised I can still see this with my regular glasses. Right, so there's part of the tooth, and I'll be creating a cavity some point in the tooth. I did have to back up a while ago that I didn't do during the video because I had it black that was way in between these two things. It was offset, and I found out I did one too many blacks, and so everything was offset. That's what happens. So you can either go through your beads and take them off manually, or you can take your needle off and then take your fingernail and pull on the outies. You know, you'll see which ones you have to pull off. 2 different ways of doing it. And once you have enough to play with, it just goes really fast, providing that you can see what you're doing. Try to stay in camera. These are very difficult to see, but they are fun to do because you get to create your own little story and whatnot, and then those who you give them to appreciate it. And I thought instead of doing the whole dentist office, I've only dealt with 2 or 3 people, the dentist herself and then her assistants, but one assistant's always been there more than the other, so, and then her father, of course. So I'll have to think, because I don't know the other staff. And now we're going to do that little, I don't know what it is, a brush or something. Some sort of a tool. It's a, I don't know. I thought it was a toothbrush, but I don't think so. Let me look at this. It could be a toothbrush. No, the toothbrush isn't below the tooth, way on the bottom. So we have a mirror, we have some sort of a whatever, and then we have the plier puller things. So, extractors. They'll know what they are. So I'll just keep doing different ones. And I was going to call them up and ask their favorite colors, that I wanted to do something for them. And I'm like, nah, you're going to get what I give you. So, that's the way, I like it, Alright, so I'm just going to do this row and I'll let you guys go because it's late here. I've been trying to do a live, but nobody's showing, or all the wrong people are showing, I should say. But anyway, I'll give you a close-up when I'm done here. There we go. And then I just like to stick it down the needle somewhere in the beads just to protect myself for this instant. So let me come show you real quick. Whoop. And then I can end the video. If you guys have any comments or questions, let me know. So let's see if I can show this to you properly. Let me zoom out because that would help, right? So there we go. There's the tooth. There's the Listerine and then that tool. So you see how it's indented and then out, in and out, in and out. So you're going to put the needle on all those ones that are sticking out. As long as you maintain on this side, you're not going to go to the other side up here because that's where you're going to attach whenever you're done. It's going to wrap around the pen and you're going to zigzag in and out like a zipper. It's pretty cool. So yeah, comments, questions, leave them down below. Hope this helped. And we'll talk to you next time. Bye.